Welcome to the homework walkthrough video for lesson 6.01a independent practice. Let's get started. A bookstore tracks its weekly sales in thousands of dollars for 13 weeks. The sales figures for 13 weeks are shown in the given list. Here's the list of 13 numbers. Calculate the interquartile range of weekly sales for the bookstore. What does this interquartile range tell you about the variation in weekly sales? So for this question, we need to find the interquartile range and say what the interquartile range means. Disregard this. That is not the correct answer. I clicked on accident. So the first step for this question is to reorder your numbers from smallest to biggest. From smallest number to biggest number. I've already done that here. So you take a moment, reorder your numbers from smallest to biggest. My strategy for doing this is crossing off one number at a time as I rewrite it. That way, I completely and clearly know what numbers I've left to look for. And then I recount. Do I still have 13 numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, I do. All right. We're looking for the interquartile range. Quartile is a math vocab word for fourth. So we're looking for the range of the inner fourths of the data. If we were just finding range, we would do biggest number minus the smallest number. But for interquartile range, we have a few more steps. So here are all of my data points. We need to find the median. We need to cut our data points in half, not divide each number by 2, but have an even amount of numbers on the left side and an even amount of numbers on the right side. We have 13 numbers, so what number would be in the middle of 13 numbers? If I had 13 people standing in a line, who would be in the middle? Maybe if I tried dividing 13 by 2, would that get me closer to an answer? That's 6.5. So I think, so the seventh person, the seventh number would be the middle. 6 on one side, 6 on the other side, 1 in the middle, makes 13. So let's find the seventh number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now our data set is cut in half. We want to find interquartile range, not interhalf-cile range. So let's cut our halves in half until we have quartiles. On the left half of our data set, looks like there's 6 numbers. So if I were to evenly cut this in half, I would have 3 numbers on one side and 3 numbers on the other side. Same up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would have 3 numbers on one side, 3 numbers on the other side. Now, I have an even amount of numbers in every quartile. The 2.5, this 2.5, the true middle of all my numbers, that doesn't count. That's not in any of the quartiles. All right, now we have the quartiles. To find our quartile range, we do quartile 3 minus quartile 1. This middle is the second quartile, or the median is what that would be called. But we don't need to worry about that so much right now. So we do quartile 3 minus quartile 1. So quartile 1 is not perfect, or let's start with quartile 3. Quartile 3 does not land on a number like quartile 2, our median, did. So to find out what number quartile 3 is, because look, it passes between two numbers. It passes between 4 and 4.5. We have to find out what number is in the middle of 4 and 4.5. What number is in the middle of 4 and 4.5? What's halfway between 4 and 4.5? One way, one surefire way to find the middle of two numbers is you can add up the numbers in question and divide them by 2. 4 plus 4.5, it's 8.5. That divided by 2 is 4.25. So quartile 3 is 4.25. Now let's find quartile 1. What is the middle between 2 and 2? Well, that's easy. When the number to the left and number to the right of a quartile are the same number, that just means what's in the middle between 2 and 2? Oh, it's 2. That's what's in between. So 4.25 minus 2, that gives us an interquartile range of 2.25. Oh, so many steps. 2.25. Now let's see what this interquartile range tells us. The most common amount of weekly sales. Nope, 2.25 was not one of these numbers, so I know it's not this. The variation in the middle 50% of the sales, middle 50%. That sounds promising. I'll click that just in case. The middle amount of weekly sales. No, that was 2.5 was the middle amount of weekly sales. The average weekly sales. No, we didn't find the average. Okay, I think it's that. The variation in the middle 50%. Check. Mind calculating to quartile range start. Okay. Let's see where Mr. Burcham went wrong. Here, I'm gonna throw away these checks. See what happened. 2.2. Answer is 2 though. Okay, I think that's wrong. Unless I wrote my numbers down wrong. Nope. Is there the number 5? Yeah, there's number 5. Okay, I think that's wrong. So that's too bad. A lot of work for the question be wrong. Next question. A study was conducted to find out how many hours students in a middle school spend on homework each week for 12 weeks. The number of hours spent on homework in a week for 12 weeks for a random student shown or given. Okay, so I should have 12 numbers here. Calculate the interquartile range. Of these numbers. And then determine what that interquartile range means. So first step is reorder the numbers from smallest to biggest. Speed mode, find the smallest number, one number at a time. 5, 2 6s, I just crossed off 6, 6, maybe 2 numbers at a time. If you're extra speed mode, oh, 2 more 6s, another 6, another 6. Any more 6s? Nope. Okay, next number is a 7. Next biggest number, then it's 2 9s. There's no 8, 2 9s. 10, but an 11 was there, 11, then a 12, then a 14, and then a 16. So I still have 12 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, if we were finding a range, I would do biggest number minus smallest number, but we are finding interquartile range. So I have to cut up my data set into fourths. Not my numbers into fourths, but my data set into fourths. To do this, my first step is to cut it into half. That's what I do first. So let's cut this data set into half. I have 12 numbers, so cutting it in half would give 6 numbers on each side. 12 divided by 2 is 6. 6 on each half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here is quartile 2. Quartile 2. Now, we have halves. I need to cut this up into fourths. So here we go. It's quartile 1. Here's quartile 3. I have 3 numbers in each quarter. Half of 6 is 3. Okay, all the numbers have an even amount. All right, when the quartile does not land on a number, when it does not land on a number, we have to find out what it is. Again, when the quartile doesn't perfectly land on a number but lands between two numbers, we have to find the average of those two numbers. So here for quartile 3, what is the average of 11 and 12? Or what's halfway between 11 and 12? Now, if you don't know, a formula you can use is to add the two numbers and divide it by 2. Add the two numbers, then divide it by 2. So 11 plus 12, then that divided by 2, 11.5. Oh, that checks out, right? Halfway between 11 and 12 is 11.5. Now let's look at quartile 1. What's halfway between 6 and 6? Well, it's 6. And if I do 6 plus 6, then that divided by 2, that same formula, I get 6. To find the interquartile range, we do quartile 3 minus quartile 1, or 11.5 minus 6, which is 5.5 for me, for my numbers. The value of IQR tells us the middle number of hours. Nope, that was not the middle number, right? Middle number was between 7 and 9. The variation of the middle is 50%. I think so. Let's look. The average number, nope, not the average. We didn't do that. The most common number, nope, that's not even any of the numbers. Okie dokie. Nice. Got it right. 3, a teacher recorded the scores for a class of 23 students on a recent math test. Their scores are shown. Here are all the scores of 23 students. Calculate the range. To find the range, we don't necessarily have to order the numbers from smallest to biggest. That could make things simpler, but all we need is the biggest number, the largest number. Let me write largest instead. Largest number minus the smallest, the fewest, the least number, the lowest number, largest minus the least, or big minus small, the max minus the min. So let's find the lowest number. Oh, 58. Oh, not 58. 51 is the lowest. Is 51 the lowest? 52, 52, 52. Okay, 51 is the lowest. 51 is the minimum. Okay, let's look for the highest now. What is the highest number? 66? Nope, not 66. 70? Nope, not 70. Is it 81? Nope. Is it 91? 91? Oh, nope. 97 maybe? Yeah, okay, I think it's 97. 97 minus 51. Biggest number minus the smallest number. 97 minus 51. 46. Our range is 46. The value range tells us the variation in scores. Maybe the average score? No, it's not tell us that. The most common score? No, definitely not. 46 is not one of the numbers even. The middle score? Nope, 46 is not one of the numbers. It doesn't, yeah, so 46 definitely doesn't tell us the middle score. So yeah, I think it's the variation in the scores. Check. Hey! Question 3. Mia tracked her daily steps over a 2-week period for a health project. Her recorded steps for 15 days are shown. Whoa. Those are all her steps. Calculate the range. To find the range, we need the biggest number and the smallest number, the largest and the least. So, and we do biggest number or largest number minus the smallest number. So let's find those. Let's find the biggest, let's find the smallest. I'm going to look for smallest first. So there's 10,000. Oh, here's 9,000. That looks smallest, maybe. Let's keep looking. Is there a number smaller than 9,000? Nope. 9,000 is the smallest number. Now, let's look for the biggest number. 12,000 looks pretty big. Nope, 13,000's bigger. 13,000's bigger than 12,000. 13,000. 13, no number bigger than 13,000 here that I saw. 13,000 minus 9,000 is 4,000. Thank you, calculator. Okay, let's see if a comma works. Okay, the value tells us the middle number. Nope, it's not the middle number. No, it's not the middle number. Oh my goodness, how silly of me. 13,000 minus 9,000 is 4,000, not 13,000. That was a silly thing for me to type. Sorry if I messed you up. I hope you kept watching. Range is 4,000 because 13,000 minus that, 4,000. Okay, 4,000 is the range. It's not the middle number. It's not the average number. It's not the most common number, so it is the variation. Okay, looks like commas do work. All right, I stand by that my answer was correct. We'll see. I'll keep looking at this question. But if you need more help with this homework, let me know. I would love to help. And send me a message on Canvas. And good luck.